morning and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are just going to play with an idea that I saw. It was Caroline on the Hillside, her Shabby Grunge Pockets. So that's the video that I watched, and the title was Shabby Grunge Pockets. And so it was using envelopes. And in here, I have some Tracy papers. I cannot remember. I think these might have been Fabulous Floral Flourishes. So these are some freebies, and as you can see, I have them cut, but I haven't done anything with them. Actually, I can't remember because it's been a while. I sat the other day and was just cutting out some, incidentally, they're Tracy labels. And I know I've been using Tracy's stuff a lot lately, but I do love her stuff. So anyway, I need to make a little, folio for labels and labels and stuff. But anyway, thank you for joining me. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, you know how much I love and appreciate you. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. I know that you have so many options, and I appreciate that you choose to spend your time with me. I'm leaning on the table, so if I shake it, I apologize. I don't have a lot of gumption this morning, so hopefully I have the wherewithal to get through a video. Okay, so this lady, what she did was, for example, this is a used envelope, and it's tattered. I trashed it when I was opening it because, honestly, I was throwing it away. And this morning, I was like, well, I don't have an envelope that I can get to easily. And I'll be perfectly honest, I was super annoyed. Mark was like, do you need help? He was downstairs, and I didn't want to make him come upstairs. And then I was afraid I was going to drop my bin with my envelopes in it because I couldn't get a good grip on it and hold it. I was digging through it. Oh my gosh. Let's just say I feel like a big old poop show this morning. And yes, I said that cleaner because I don't want you guys to get offended if I actually say how I want to say that. But anyway, it'll be all right. I'm just over it. I'm like halfway through this no walking on this foot, and 2 more weeks to go. 2 more weeks to go. So please, please, please send me good vibes and prayers that this Hail Mary works and we don't have to do another surgery. Okay, so now you see what I did. Okay, so this is a used envelope, and that's sticky because I peeled the label off from the person who sent it to me. So I have a little fold here, you can see, okay? And I'm not worried about, what kind of stamp is on that? Ooh, that's a Freedom stamp. And that's gonna be covered. You know what? Now that I've glued that, I want that stamp. Because I want that stamp for a patriotic journal. Well, I will tell you that you can do this with a small envelope, and you can do it with a bigger envelope. I'm not going to use this for this. I'm going to take that off. I want that stamp. I didn't realize before I glued that said Freedom on it. And that's very important to me. So I'll be keeping that stamp. Now, actually, I could still use this because it's a grungy thing. So you know what? We are going to still use this. I'm just adapting. And it's, you know, a way to show you that you can just use whatever for some of these projects. And then I think because I am doing it like that, I'm going to actually fold that this direction. Okay. You'll see why in a minute. I don't have one. I'm doing it with you for the first time, so I don't have a prototype for you. So we're just gonna make this together. And then let's see. So I tore that edge, and then I'm going to tear this edge off. And so that's gonna make 2 pockets for us. And then we're gonna ink, but I haven't decided on an ink color yet, but I think I'll probably just use brown. I'm not sure. All right, so that's gonna create a pocket here. And then we have a little pocket here, or a little tuck actually there. So we need to decide on an ink color. And then for the big one, we'll just go ahead and seal that up, okay? And again, it's not going to matter which way you put your your, I want that to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, let's do it like that. I don't even know what size this envelope is. Before I start folding this one, I should probably measure it. I think it's like a 9 by 6 or something. I just grabbed it out of the box. I would prefer to use a used envelope for this. Yeah, that would be fine. That's going to be fine. Because then it will still, it can still be a tuck in a pocket that way. Okay. So then we're going to tear that edge off. I'm going somewhere. I promise I'm going somewhere with this. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. We've been having so much fun. I told you guys in one of the previous videos that we have baby red squirrels, and they are babies. When you see mom out there, her tail is bigger and more fluffy and a more vibrant red than the babies. And they are so much fun watching them tussle and wrestle on the ground. I mean, they are so stinking cute. I mean, just melt my heart cute. And if you know me, you know I love the squirrels, and I actually feed the squirrels because these squirrels live in our tree. And so I just enjoy them so much. What is out? Scorched timber is out. I don't want scorched timber for this. I think I'll use ground espresso for a brown because I'm looking at these pages, and I just think that the brown is going to work better. I don't even know when she put these out, to be perfectly honest. And so we'll just pick a bag and decorate with them. So for and then I don't know. Ooh, we've got some pretty florals. And that is just a whole page by itself, but that's some good collage material. So maybe these were separate from these. I'm not sure, but there are some really pretty pieces in here to work with. So I do think I am going to do the ground espresso because that's going to be the vintage, really pretty look. And then we'll see what works on the little one, what works on the big one. That's using up a digital that I've had printed and haven't used. So what I'm going to do here is just get my little mat down and get my brush. I don't want to use my ink dauber for this yet. So I'm going to take my brush, and rather than bore you with watching me ink this whole thing, I'm just going to go around it and ink that up all around the edges. So that way, if something does show through, then, or I don't get the paper all the way to the edge, it's covered. I'm also going to pull this pocket open and just ink inside that pocket because, you know, we'll see that edge, and because we're aging this, I really am sorry about leaving it on the table. I know that's probably very frustrating because I'm shaking you, but actually I'm shaking the table inking because my body isn't touching it right now. I moved. But anyway, I do apologize. Soon, I promise, soon things will be getting back to normal. So I still don't have my Christmas in July project figured out. I have no idea what I'm going to do for that. I need to sit and go through the digitals that were provided and really make a decision. There's a couple of rustic ones that I really like. I don't want to do a big ginormous thing like I did last year with Santa Remembered, although I love Santa Remembered and I love flipping through that journal. I'm so happy with the collection of Santas that I was able to find to make that journal. I just absolutely love it. I had it listed in my Etsy, and then I took my Etsy down. I put it on vacation when we left for the winter, and I just haven't put it back up, turned it back on. I was contemplating maybe creating a Facebook page to try to sell, or just using the Ko-fi site, Ko-fi, K-O-F-I site, and doing it through there, but I just don't know. And I'm trying to take into account the pricing of journals and the fees and just the best way. And then Lisa actually told me that by putting my Etsy on vacation, I lose my progress. So that's super frustrating. And I don't know what kind of fees there are if like selling through Facebook. So if that's something that you know, if somebody could please enlighten me, I would really appreciate that. So I know it's watching ink dry, but I was thinking about this morning, and I did want to talk about it and ask what you guys, if anybody has any insight on that. So I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to ink both of these and make some decisions on what I want to use, and then I'll be back. Okay, so that took a little while, and that's fine. I don't mind. I'm getting inky, and you know what? Sometimes just making a mess is so good for my soul. I hope that doing it is good for you as well. So a couple of notes that I wanted to share with you, and this did it on both of these, so I'm assuming you're going to run into the same thing. On the side, I don't remember which side it was now, but you know, on the envelope, this little, oh, here, I didn't get it on this side. It didn't flip up on me. Just check your edge where the bits of the envelope meet on the side where you're tearing that, because it's obviously up and I'm having to glue that down. That one was more, I don't know that I could, it's just sticking so bad. I did tear that, and that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. We'll stabilize it, but this is what I'm talking about. These little flaps here. It's just a little flap has them, so we'll just glue that down and then it won't be an issue. Okay. And then where this is ripped on the side, I'm not doing anything with that just yet. I don't know. We may embrace that tear, or I may fix that tear. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that yet. But I did want to show you, just check those edges and make sure that they're glued down. You don't want those to catch on, you know, whatever you might want to put in your pocket or your tag, or, you know, even just come off, because actually that acts as a stabilizer on that portion of your pocket, and that's always a good thing to have your pocket stabilized. You don't want it to get torn taking stuff in and out. So anyway, you know, I could just tear that down a little bit more and have those as uneven edges maybe. We'll see. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. So I'm going to choose what I'm going to work with. Oh my gosh, she is so cute. This will be good. Oh, yes. How many of these? I mean, I don't remember what year this was or what this project was, but I think these might be too tall. Oh, that would be super cute. Okay. Okay, so I'll stop fussing and just make a decision here on what we want to use. And I'm going to have to do something in the background here. I have a scrap piece of music paper that I might be able to use on this one, and go from there. So I will kind of fuss with the pieces that I want to use to embellish these, and then I'll come back and we can start building it. Time goes so quickly. I mean, way quickly. I have been fussing and fiddling with this for a really, really long time. Like, I've already watched an entire show, and still not done, but I'm loving how it's turning out. So this was a little label. I think this was in my 12 Days of Christmas presents that I got. It's just on a sheet. I don't know what this is, but anyway, it's sweet. So I used that just on the cover and just put a little bit of music paper on the front of that. And then on the inside here, I had some scrap coffee dyed ledger paper. And then I've just got her on here. When I'm done working on this, I'm going to actually take stickles to her and make her little wings pop, and maybe some glossy accents on the ladybug. And then this was one of the cards that were in it that I backed with some coffee dyed paper. And then I took one of the tags and I cut a whale tab, and that's where I am right now. But I wanted that ladybug because I thought that would be cute popping off there. But anyway, so I'm just piddling around. I really have some stuff I have to do. I have to start planning our winter trip. I told you guys in a I do like that flower. But I want the flower on the back. Focus, Jody, focus. I told you guys we're going to be grandparents again. And so baby is due at the end of October. And, so we're going to go to Arizona via Wisconsin. It's crazy, but we want to see the new grandbaby. Otherwise, we won't get to see him until like next summer, and that is not going to work. So, I mean, not seeing the baby till next summer, not my tab. So anyway, I've got to get that trip planned, and Mark has a job lined up already in November. It was so funny. He got this really random text message the other night. We're sitting there watching TV, and I don't remember exactly what it said. And I don't know why it registered with me what it was, because we haven't been in Arizona since we just went to Florida last winter, so the winter before last. And so we want to go see grandkids and you know, spend some time with mom and all that stuff this winter before we go to Florida. But anyway, he gets this text message, and I don't remember how it was worded, but it was about painting. And I said, and whatever the area code was, he goes, I don't know anybody with that area code. And I said, oh, I wonder if that's somebody in the HOA where you had been painting, because he had done some, ooh, I know what we can do. We'll repair that. But I don't want to cover the ladybug, but we'll repair it. That's going to peep out there. And I do have the two ladybugs together, but that's okay. It's coming. I love it. It's coming together. I feel like maybe I want to put an eyelid in there with a dangle, but we'll see. I'm not that far yet. But anyway, focus. What am I saying? Focus. So anyway, it was... whatever it was, the person actually lives in the neighborhood that my mother-in-law has her mom's apartment now, and she rents it out. And so mom had asked Mark to paint the fascia on the apartment because it was getting pretty rough. And do I want to do that? I don't have anything else wrapped around the top, so I actually don't think I want to do that. So anyway, so when Mark was painting the fascia for mom, the actual president of the HOA was like, hey, will you do mine too? So he painted the president's fascia. I think did he do 3 jobs that winter or just the 2? Anyway, so this person totally waited until the last minute, because all the fascias were supposed to be painted by July, as in, you know, well, it's almost June, so close enough, like a month, just over a month. Everybody was supposed to have them done, and this lady didn't get hers done. And so anyway, Mark's like, yeah, I'll do it. And so anyway, so he has a job lined up for when we're out there, which will be nice. It'll help pay for the fuel to get out there. But it was just funny though, because we were both like, who is this? And then I just remembered that I was like, I bet that's what that is. But because we weren't out there last year, I am making a big old mess out of this. And my fingers are all sticky. So anyway, so that'll be nice. He'll have a little bit of a job. And he told her, like, if you line up another one for me, I'll give you like a referral discount or whatever. So we'll see if he ends up doing more than one. But anyway, the moral of the story is I've got to get the state park over there booked, so that way we know we have a place to stay. Oh, Jody. And super cute. My stepsister lives out there. It's so funny. She moved into the community only a little bit away from where we lived when we were out there. I'm like, couldn't you have moved up here when I lived out here so we could like do stuff together? Because I just absolutely love this stepsister. I have another stepsister who I absolutely despise, but we've known each other since we were little kids, and I can't stand her. She can't stand me either. It's a mutual thing. But anyway, she's just not a nice person. Not that I should be bad-mouthing her, because you don't know her. You might think I'm not a nice person. But anyway, so my stepsister says, we have hookups here, and you guys can come stay at our house for a couple days. And I said, oh, that would be so much fun. So I think I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to talk to Mark about it. I haven't talked to him about it. So I told her I would. I was trying to think if I could make the journaling card out of that, but I think, how about, let's cut a straight line. Okay, I think I want to maybe, if I fold that, that would be kind of cute, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's do something different. let's do something different. So I'm just folding this in half. I'm not measuring it. I'm just folding it where it already is. I'm going to go doot and doot. Like my little sound effects. But anyway, so she said we could stay there for a couple days, and that'd give us a nice time to visit. And I love her and her husband. I always have. Before I ever met Mark, they inspired me with their relationship because they have such a sweet love. And they're just such nice people. I mean, gosh, just super nice. Love them to pieces, obviously. And, I mean, not obvious, but, I mean, I'm gushing about them. But anyway, so we met up with them last time we were out there and went and had dinner, and then I went over and visited her. They had been full-time RVers for a couple of years, and they knew they were only going to do it for a couple of years, and then so they decided to buy a house. They fell in love with the area. I'm like, well, I could have told you that. Because it's a wonderful area, and nobody could believe when we decided to move and leave our house. Everybody was like, we thought you were going to be there forever, and we were like, yeah, we did too, but things change. Is that big enough? That is big enough. So I'm going to glue this together, and then I'm going to have to let it completely dry, because if I don't let that dry, I'm not going to be able to fold that quite right. But anyway, so yeah, so we can get to see them, see my mother-in-law, see the oldest family and the grandkids, and just some friends and stuff. We still have friends out there. It's kind of like going home when we go. But Mark was up here playing with the cat, and so I just kept working. So sorry about that. I didn't finish doing this one with you, but that's okay, because I would have had to pause you anyway and come back because I was digging around for some trim. I don't know if I love that pink twine on there, but for right now, it's going to suffice. So what I'm going to do, though, I have to go down and start getting some stuff ready for lunch. It takes me a really long time to roll around the kitchen and manage anything. But anyway, I'm just going to glue this down. I feel like I'm going to do this second one maybe a little bit differently than I did the first one. I need to pull the pieces. I'm certainly not going to do two of these pink like that. And I don't typically work with pink like that. But anyway, I think she's super cute. So I'll definitely show you. I want to finish. I do think I want to put a dangle on that piece. I think the dangle would be like super cute. So here I have a piece of vintage Ledger weather record book that it was in my scraps here, and trying to use the little things, and that bent back over, and I only got glue on the front of it. So I want to get this down. I'm going to just take my wipe and clean that up, but this page is super fragile. So the best way to use it is backed or attached to something to help stabilize it. But anyway, I love this ledger. I have a few sheets of it, and I do tend to hoard them, but because this was in the scrap bin, I suggest use it. It's okay to use it. Anyway, so yeah, I stopped talking because he came in, and you guys know I feel really weird. I mean, he's super supportive, but I feel weird. Where's she at? Oh, okay. So I just tied a little bit of baker's twine around. This one, I think I want to maybe put an eyelet or something in. I don't know. I think I want to do a little bit of a different closure on this, but because these are 2 pockets, I have to like think about that, how I want to do it. But we'll figure it out. But anyway, so I did that scrap, and I had backed that on the coffee dyed paper, and I just think that's cute in there. So that's in there, and then we open it up, and like I said, I'm going to put stickles on her so she pops a little bit and do something on there. And that's just a little piece. Now you can put way more pieces in it than I am at this moment. I don't know what I'm going to use this in yet, so I may end up adding some more to it. I probably will. I was going to put a little tab on this piece. Where did it go? I don't know what I did with it. I'm sure I'll find it. It was like just a little cutoff of the rest of that ticket that that tag that I was using. And I thought, oh, that would make a cute little pull on here, but oh, there's that bag. Okay, I don't know where it's somewhere in all these little bitty scraps. My desk is getting overrun. So I'm going to go down and doctor up some leftover rice and make a few shrimp. And Mark got some fresh asparagus yesterday, so I'm gonna cook that. And then, so we'll have some lunch, and then he's got to go mow for his dad, and I will come back up. Oh, that might be cute tied like that too. I'm terrible at bows, and my fingers don't like the fussy bit of tying these, but I know there's a way that your bows come out perfect all the time. I'm just not a perfect bow kind of person. But that's so cute. I love her. Okay, anyway, so I'll be back. I'm going to let this dry because it's pretty damp from cleaning it. Go eat some lunch. And then, oh, there it is. Yeah, there's the little, that's the little ticket that I made. I used my little ticket punch and did it. It's so tiny, but I might put it on there still. I don't know. But anyway, okay, I will be back in a little bit. Okay, lunch has been had. It was really good. So I found this recipe for a blackened seasoning. And so I had made it, I don't know, last week or something. I had to order a bunch of spices. Mark was like, why are you ordering so many spices? I'm like, well, because I want to try something. Anyway, oh my gosh, it's so good, you guys. I am so happy that I tried it because it had fantastic flavor. I'm trying to think. I'm thinking I wanted to like put like a pocket here. And then we could have like a double pocket here. I want to do this one a little bit differently than the other one because I just want to show you that this actually is a pretty versatile piece that you can use. And we have all these wonderful, oh, I love that with the ivy. Love, love, love that. So, yeah, I'm going to make that a pocket. Okay, so anyway, yeah, it was so good. And at first, when I first took a bite of it, I was like, man, this is pretty pungent. But Mark really liked it a lot. And he said that it was a keeper. It would be good on... I'm reluctant to do this because I can't remember if I have this digital or if this is one of those digitals that I lost when so I didn't know that I had to use a different hard drive for my backup and my files. I just didn't know. And so I lost, oh, I like that. Let's do that on the cover. I lost a ton of freebies, and I lost a bunch from Tracy that were freebies. I was so upset. So I'll have to check my hard drive and see if this is even something that I still have on my drive that I keep the digitals and stuff on. I was so bummed when I lost them, and I was super frustrated, and I contacted Apple, and I was like, you know, what gives? And they said, oh, you can't use the same. And I was like, well, nobody told me that when I got assistance because of the storage on my laptop is next to none, actually. There's not very much storage that's actually available on the computer itself. So like when I'm uploading videos and stuff, it gets sketchy because sometimes it'll say, oh, your disk is almost full. So then I have to go into the app that I use to load the videos and stuff and make sure that I've deleted them from there. Like once I get all the bits and pieces uploaded and stuff, then I have to go in and delete them off of the computer or out of that app where I edit because it saves them on the computer and just takes up a lot of space. Just takes up a lot of space. But that's just something, you know, you learn as you go. I love that. Now this says September on it, so obviously this is, well, September is technically still summer, right? I mean, I tend to think September is like getting into fall. And actually I remembered after I got all this stuff out that I wanted to do one of these out of the squirrels stuff that I have because the little squirrels just have me so happy right now. I wanted to do something for the squirrels, but anyway. So I'm just going to keep working on this one. I'm going to do it a little bit differently, obviously, but the style itself is different because I tore that stamp off that envelope, so it just shows you can do so many different things. If you wanted to stitch a couple of journaling pages into this, you could, to have some journaling space. That would totally work. So yeah, I mean, you just have so many options. Like if you wanted to stitch here, you could for extra journaling space. That might be really cute and a little surprise in a pocket, right? These would make wonderful, wonderful happy mail pieces to send to somebody. I don't mean to keep saying I apologize. I really like that flower right there. And I thought I was going to do a... I like that ivy. I want that ivy to show. So let me tear across the top of this. This is just kind of designed like whatever it is that speaks to you as you're working, you know. But this I could just collage, and that edge is, I don't want to tear that edge because I really don't want to get into that ivy and take that ivy off of there. So if I do that, what else do we have that are bits we could use for collage on here? We have this little flower that I just took off the other piece. So let's use this little scrap on here. And that will be a nice little pop of color on this page, I think. Oh, goodness. So anyway, yeah, the blackening seasoning. And then I had left over basmati rice, which I only, for rice, I used to buy jasmine, and the my grocery order got messed up, and they subbed in basmati, and I found a way to cook it in the Instant Pot where you don't actually have to even rinse the basmati, which is really nice because you're supposed to rinse it. Oh, let's put it up there. Yeah, I need to tear this edge. Anyway, and it's so good. But anyway, I was like wanting something different, and I knew I was making the blackened shrimp. So I added some, I seeded and ribbed a jalapeno, and I added a little bit of minced onion and the jalapeno in my pan with some oil and butter, and sauteed them with some spices, pepper and garlic powder. Anyway, and added some cilantro and a juice from a lime to make like a cilantro lime rice. And oh my goodness, it was really good. Mark was like, I'm full. And then he kept eating, kept eating. But it was a really great way to revamp some leftover rice. So that was good. We enjoyed it. So lunch was good. Obviously, I think lunch was good because I'm blabbing about that too today. All right. I want to put this piece here on that edge. And I think I'm going to leave the bottom of this unglued because I don't know what I want to put at the bottom here. But we definitely want something. Okay, and now we need a piece for down here. And we have this little bit here. That won't work there. But what if we... No, we can use it somewhere else though. Okay, so we just need another little piece for here. So what about, yeah, let's use that piece. So sometimes, you know, I was just talking the other day about the collage pieces, and sometimes I think they're just so busy. I have a hard time like using them, but I like this one. But I use them in bits, and I think that maybe this is like how they're intended to be used. I don't really know, but I feel like sometimes they're just so busy. I struggle with using them. So I don't know. Oh, I like that. And then we're going to need just some little something to go along the bottom here as a piece. And we'll just need a little bit of a pop of color. Say that 3 times really fast. Okay, I like it. And I think I want to tear this edge off a little bit. Okay, so what do we have for color here? Ooh, what about just a little bit of red there? Yeah, and then that would pull the red from there. Yeah. Or is that width-wise? No. No. Okay. Stop fussing. Okay. Lost my tear ruler. All right, so I just want to tear, okay, just right there, and then like just a little bit right there. Okay, yeah, this is fun. This is not really necessarily mindless, but it's very soothing to work on this. I'm enjoying it. Enjoying it. All right, so let's get this one glued down. I know I just tore that, and I'm going to tear a little bit more off of it just to shorten that, because I don't want that flower covered when I put it under here. So anyway, yeah, so I'm just kind of, I don't know, I just don't, I think I just haven't decided if I want to take on a big project right now. And so I saw this and I thought, oh, that's really cute. I'll try that and see what it looks like and be something I could share with you guys. And be just something kind of cute to have in my stash. Or like I said, it would be a great little piece to include in some Happy Mail for somebody. It would be very nice for that. Oh, I just tore that with my... It's all right. It's not going to hurt it that I tore it. It's just going to add more distress to it. But anyway, so yeah, I was looking for something in my digitals the other day, and I came across these, and I said, oh, I have not used those. Oh, Jody. And, excuse me. So I thought, well, I'll pull those out for this project and see what... we could come up with, and I am really enjoying it, so I'm glad I did. And yeah. Excuse me. And then we'll see, this is the stuff that I normally just stop filming and edit out, and so because I don't think that I want my videos to be super long and you guys are bored because you're watching me ink and glue. So I'm just working my way through this and just talking while I'm doing it. So hopefully it's okay with you guys. Of course, there's always the option to fast forward. I've been known to do that on some videos as well. I'm just going to use that little piece right there. And this is a scrap that truly would have gone in the trash. So it's a way to use it. It'll be fine. But anyway, okay. And I've been noticing lately, like some videos are super long, over an hour and 20 minutes, and I saw one the other day that was like 2.5 hours. I said, oh my gosh, I guess if you were working on the project as the person was working on that project, and it was kind of like a tutorial maybe, but I don't think so. And people go, they do their lives, and like I saw there was a person who was doing her shopping on Temu on her YouTube channel. I was like, oh, okay. Interesting. I kind of like that. So we're going to need something for the back of this, and then we're going to have to get some stuff made for the pockets. And so I probably will just continue to use up these little bits and figure out what I want to do in the pockets, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I got the second one done. I am a gluey, inky mess, but I was having fun with it. This took me forever to get done, by the way. I used so many bits of that kit that I was using, so I'm super excited about that. I really like these. I have no idea what I'm going to do with these, but they were fun to make and super versatile. These are really, really versatile pieces. So definitely, probably... You like that? Definitely, probably. We'll be using these again in the future. I love them. And so I want to put one of them in the ideas journal, and one of them I will use probably. But anyway, I love them. I still haven't stickled her. I wanted to make sure I was completely done up here so I could walk away and leave it. I tied twine on her. I showed you what I did with that one. And then this is the one that I just was working on and finishing. And I just love it. So this is like Blackberry September and with a little poem there. So I wanted to maintain that image. In this front pocket, I have this card, which It does go like this. I keep trying to spin it this way because of this bloom, but these are columbines and they grow facing down like that. And then the print on these sides, so I keep telling myself, go against what you think it should be and just put it in the pocket. So that green is just peeping out a little bit. I have this little card here and I used a scrap and just made a little whale punch out of that. And then this was a tag. I had used some of the bottom of it. And so I just went ahead and backed it and thought, you know, that's a good size for in that pocket. And then opening up, I did a little collage at the bottom here. I just tore that little rose out and some of the little script and then a couple layers here just to add a little bit of interest to that page, because hindsight, I would not have used this particular piece of ledger. I don't know. It's not flowing like I would have liked it. I think that probably if I had done even just some coffee dyed paper on there, it would have been the right colors. I think that the purple and the pink in that is so vibrant, whereas the rest of this is really more vintage looking. But it's there. It's fine. I'll use it. And maybe I can add some stenciling and kind of knock that back a little bit, which I absolutely love these ledger pages. I truly can't believe that it's coming out of my mouth that I wish I hadn't used it, but it truly is just a color thing here. It's not that I don't love the paper. I love the paper. It's just that the colors are just not right, but I'm trying to like tell myself it's pulling the pink out of that. It'll be okay. This is just collage. We were working on that a little bit together. And then I collaged on the back, and I actually like this collage better. I'm not very good at collage, so this was kind of pushing me to, you know, embrace it. And I like the jaggedy edges and the overlapping, and that part was fun, but it's just collaging paper is not my strong suit. And it tends to be just so busy. And then here's this card I did and got the garden, and this is Primrose March. So I have September and March in here. So probably this will just go in a floral journal of some sort. But anyway, so that goes in there, and there's still room in this back pocket. Oh, and I backed it with this like postcard. This is out of a paper pad that was a cut apart. But anyway, so that'll go in there. And there's still room for something to go in there that's a little bit bigger, because this card's actually not big enough, but I cut down a tag and just used the tag in it. So, so that's it. 2 different sizes, so many options. I kind of like this is a little window and she's like peeking out over it. I think that's really sweet. 2 completely different styles of decorating. Both have the floral notes on it, obviously, but just completely different. So yeah, I hope you like this. I hope it's something that you can use in your journals and that you have enjoyed the process. And thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.